Today I'm going to show you how I throw a bowl using the rod and restand method. Start out the same way you saw. We center it a little bit. We flatten it. When you get part weight across the thing, put some water on it. Take the pipe. Begin pressing down. This widens the bowl. When it gets flat, then I take my stick, as I call it, slow the wheel way down. Here's where it gets really interesting. If I'm well braced and I add water right in this junction while I hold this from curling, watch how the bowl can go to the first mark. This is where I would make a dinner plate. If you look, you can see the black line. Well, watch, if I'm going to make a shallow bowl, then what I'll do is I'll move it on into the second mark. This is the foot then for a bowl right here. See the black line? Right there. By having the lines right on the bat, watch how this works. I can actually throw cylinders and crocks and things this way too. It's really a fun way to throw flat-bottomed, even items. But if you look, you can see how you can pull the wall right up. Take the rib. We have to clean all of this area, as I've described before, completely dry before we do any laydown. So this part right here is critical. And I'm going to remove the water very thoroughly, more than once. I'll go over it again. And I'm very patiently working it. And you'll notice too, I have a bright light that illustrates the area. I can see better with that bright light pointed right in there. Now I'm going to do the undercut. This is about a 10-degree cut, deep enough so that the wire doesn't buck up when you move it around. Now, all we have to do is we're going to use the rib and just gently stretch the bowl outward onto the rib, pressing outward from the inside. Well, first we're going to straighten it, pull it out pretty well straight line. And as you can see, it's easy to cheat when you have bracing, which is why I throw standing. I have ample bracing here to allow me to shape it any way I wish. And I'm going to use my inside rib. I start at the rim and begin bellying the shape this way. And as you watch, you're going to see it just blend right into the foot. And it looks trivial, but it isn't. It takes a bit of practice. And I usually put a little flange here at the rim in order to make the bowl easier to grab and pick up. So here's the flange, and except for dropping my sponge, there it is. Now I'm going to just take the sponge and dry this out. And I'm careful when I throw this. You saw how I just barely struck it. I'm going to use a plastic garbage bag to smooth and round the lip. And where there was but a lump of clay a few seconds ago, now you see a bowl.